Hey, what's going on, good people? Terrell C.W. Lynch. I am the possible, and I help people to see what they are so they can like what they see. Guys, happy Saturday. Listen, guys, welcome to the So What broadcast. I want to welcome you guys into the broadcast on this phenomenal Saturday morning. I pray that you guys are having an awesome start to your day. If you're just getting up, just waking up, I want to welcome you guys if you're live or on the replay. As I always say, your presence is the greatest present that you guys could ever give me. So thank you so much for rocking with me this morning, guys. I want to take my time this morning. I won't take forever, but I will take my time this morning. So if you need to come back a little later, you might need to go get you a cup of coffee. You might get you some herbal tea. I don't know how you rock with it, but however you get down this morning, I want to take a little time to talk about a question that I get asked all the time. Where did 𝐼'AMthepossible come from? Where did 𝐼'AMthepossible originate, right? A couple of weeks ago, I was sharing a broadcast, right, about, being a superhero, right? And one of my favorite superhero films is X-Men, right? And there was a point in time where they came out with X-Men Origins, right? I don't know if you guys have ever seen that movie or heard of that movie, but it was X-Men Origins because when X-Men first came out, it hit the scene like bam, right? Came out the gate, explosive action, dope characters, jam-packed full of intrigue and drama and violence, right? And everything else, right? That got you all wrapped up into this whole X-Men thing. But we didn't know where it started. At some point, right, in the franchise, they had to come out with an explanation. Where did it come from? How did it start? Where did it all come from? Where did the origin come from, right? How did it get started? So today I want to break that down for you, but I want to break it down in a way that edifies, in a way that builds you up, right? Because 𝐼'AMthepossible came from this concept, okay? And I'm gonna share this concept with you guys this morning, okay? The awesomeness of the already, the awesomeness of the already. There is something awesome about what already is. If you guys are live, drop me a hashtag live. I want to see the comments. I want to know that you're in the building this morning. I want to give some special shout outs. I want to give some salutes to you guys this morning for rocking with me, guys. This thing came from this concept, this idea that there is something special. There is something powerful. There is something unique in what already is. We live in a world, and we talked about it last week, a little bit about shame, right? How we try to earn our value and earn our worth and earn our enoughness in the world. Well, God revealed to me years ago, and I'm going to break the whole story down for you guys this morning. And as I do so, my goal is to edify. My goal is to encourage, right? My goal is to build you up in what you already are, right? This whole platform, right? This whole So What broadcast is dedicated to creating a space where God can restore our sight, right? And our satisfaction in and of what we already are, guys. There is something phenomenal about what you already are. So God gave me this revelation. There is awesomeness. There is something jaw-dropping. Like when you say awe, it's like a jaw dropper, right? The awesomeness of God, where there is something awesome about God's creation, you and I, that we can really dig into, guys. You guys know my philosophy that the greatest form of self-development is self-discovery, seeing, right? Being able to see what is already there. So again, if you're live, drop me a hashtag live. If you're on the replay, drop me a hashtag replay. Guys, I want to jump right into this, okay? I want you guys to know something. You are an answer to a question. You are a solution to a problem. I don't know if you've ever thought about yourself that way. And I'm going to be explaining exactly what I mean by that in just a moment. But you are an answer to a question. You literally are a solution to a problem. That means that you already are that. It's not that you're going to be that one day, someday down the line. Today, we're focusing on what is already true about you. I'm going to be sharing, guys, exactly where God gave me this revelation, how it all came to be. But I want you guys to just entertain that thought. You are an answer to a question. You are a solution to a problem. I'm going to share with you guys a biblical story that helps to really unpack and really, shine some light on the fact that many times we get caught up in trying to earn something that we simply have to learn. As I always say, guys, that our value, our worth, our significance, it doesn't have to be earned. It has to be learned. I'm going to say that one more time, guys. Your value does not have to be earned. It simply has to be learned. It's already there. It's always been there. And get this, it's always going to be there. It's not going anywhere. As I always say, your value is there. Your significance is there. Your enoughness, it's there. Perhaps you've just never seen it. And that's what this space is all about. That's what this broadcast is all about, guys. It's about seeing what's already there. So you are that word are, that's important. You already are an answer to a question. There was a question in the earth, and we're going to get to this story. I'm going to break it down. I'm so excited. There is a question in the earth. How is this going to happen? How is this going to come to be? How is this going to manifest? How is this going to fix itself? How are we going to get out of this mess, guys? And God said, okay, you got the question, right? Like almost like speaking to civilization, right? Okay, you got the question. I've got the answer. I'm going to send somebody. I'm going to send somebody. Oh, you got a problem? You got a problem? Okay. You can't fix it yourself. You can't get out of it. You don't know how you're going to get past this situation. Okay, I'm going to send somebody. You are that person that God sent. It's just a process of unpacking and revealing and you being able to see what's already there. So you are an answer to a question. You are a solution to a problem. If you guys feel that, if you guys even want to consider that, drop me a hashtag, I am an answer. Drop me a hashtag, I am an answer. Somebody drop me a hashtag, I am a solution. Those are powerful affirmations. Those are powerful thoughts. Those are powerful ideas for us to embrace, right? We have enough negative ideas about ourselves. We have enough deflating, draining ideas about ourselves. We've been given a plethora, as we call it, a plethora. We've been given a laundry list of deflating, limiting, just depressing ideas and concepts about ourselves to go around. There's more than enough. There's an abundance of those. It is high time that we begin to think about ourselves, to begin to see ourselves in such a way that builds us up, that edifies us. That's my word for today. Edification, to edify, to build you up, to fortify your confidence, to fortify who you are, to fortify what you are, to fortify why you are. There is a need in this world for you to completely accept, to completely embrace, to completely appreciate and value yourself, because the more you value you, the more God's able to use you to be that answer to that question. The more you believe in you, the more you believe in you. And I'm gonna just say this is kind of off the cuff, but there was a thought, many years ago that just within the walls of the church, some of you guys know that I'm a pastor. And just within the walls of the church, it was really a need that was pressed on my heart to help the people of God and to be a part of the solution to helping the people of God to not only believe in God, but to believe in themselves. I felt like there was a void, a gap, where we believed in God, but we didn't believe in ourselves. We had confidence in God, but we didn't have confidence in ourselves. Just like He is our creator, right? He's our creator, and we are a piece of him. We are an expression of him, right? And so he created us in his likeness and in his image and in his nature. He created us. We are an extension. We are a expression of God. And so how is it that we, the church, the body of God, the body of Christ, how is it that we can love God but not love ourselves, honor God but not honor ourselves, accept God but not accept ourselves? That's just a side note, guys. That's just heavy on my heart. It's heavy on my heart because, I was on a call the other night with my pastor, and he was saying, you know, that it is overdue for us as the church to be mobilized and to be the church, right? To be the church, not just the four walls, not just the facility, not just the Sunday morning service, but to be the church in the earth, God's legitimacy, right? God's legitimate agency, right? We are a representation, right, of God. We are God's representatives. We are God's ambassadors, Christ's ambassadors, right? That's how important we are. That's how powerful we are. And so my goal today, guys, my goal today is that you be built up, that you be made strong, that you be made confident, right, in the fact that you are an answer. You're God's answer. What would your life look like? Ask yourself that question. What would your life look like if you believed that you were God's answer? What would your life look like if you believed that you were God's solution? How would your life change? My goodness, how much confidence would you walk in? How much authority and power would you walk in? How many things would you no longer tolerate? Right? I dropped a video a couple weeks ago, or actually a couple days ago, about tolerating things, right? Tony Robbins talks about we don't get what we want in this life. We get what we tolerate. Imagine if you knew you were an answer to a question, if you knew you were a solution to a problem, how many things you would no longer tolerate. Guys, if you're just now joining me live or on the replay, again, if you're just now joining me, drop me a hashtag, I am an answer. I am an answer. You don't just have the answer, guys. You are the answer. The answer is within you. It's woven within your very DNA. I get excited about thinking about you. I get excited about thinking about you because that's how I think about myself. And when I think about myself that way, I look at humanity and I say, we're equal. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. If you are on this broadcast, live or on the replay, I don't care who you are. We are equals. I don't care how much money you got in the bank, how much money I got in the bank, where you are in your career, where I am in my career, where you are in your ministry, where I am in my ministry. None of those exterior, superficial, surface level things matter. We are equal in that we are a unique expression of God's glory. We are a unique expression of God's greatness. We are a unique expression of God's glory. That's what we represent, guys. And that's why we're equal. And so I want to help be a part of this thing. I want to be a catalyst. I want to create space. I want to chop it up. I want to be a contribution to you being able to see that you are an answer to a question, that you are a solution to a problem. Okay, so let's dive into this thing, guys. If you are jumping on with me today, drop me a hashtag live again. I want to know that you're out there. I want to give you some shout outs. I want to give you some love. I want to say what up before we even jump into this thing. We got a few people on right now. Sherry is live in the building. Thank you so much for jumping on with me, Sherry, I believe. Yes, Sherry. And then my man David says, yo, Superman is one of my favorites. Awesome, dude. Yes, man. Looking at superheroes and seeing the super right in ourselves is so important, guys. It's so vital to us walking in the truth of what we are, right? So I'm going to jump into this thing, man, and I'm going to share my screen to let you guys see and let you guys know exactly what is going down with iAMthepossible. So let me get that. Went too far. Let me go back one, jumping ahead previously. Let's see, previous. Boom. There we go. Guys, I want to show this slide first, and then I want to break down the passage in the scripture that was given to me. I really got to work on that particular date, but it was given to me years ago when we talk about the origins of iAMthepossible. Where did it all come from? There was a point in time where I was being asked to preach a message at my church. And for whatever reason, guys, I got wrapped up. I was led into the life cycle of a butterfly, right? Many of you have seen this slide before, or you've seen a diagram similar to this, right? It's the life cycle of a butterfly. It explains the 4 stages that a butterfly goes through. And stick with me. This is gonna mean something, right? because we're talking about the awesomeness of the already. This is going to mean something. But I want you to see that there's 4 stages of development, 4 stages of manifestation, 4 stages of evolution. There's 4 stages of development. But I want you to just keep one thing in mind, whether it's at the egg, whether it's the caterpillar, the other one, this little green thing. I don't really know how to pronounce that, but it's also known as the pupa stage. And then there's the adult butterfly emerges. The adult butterfly emerges. Did you catch that? The adult butterfly emerges. Scientifically proven, the butterfly is the butterfly at every single stage. Just hold that in thought. The butterfly is already the butterfly at every stage. Just hold that thought. All right, I'm gonna get into this, guys. This is coming out of Judges chapter 6. This is where 𝐼'AMthepossible was birthed. This is the concept. This is the idea. I want to just take you through this morning. Again, just want to take you through it. If you don't have all the time right now, cut me off, go do your thing, come back, chop it up a little later. But I want to walk you through exactly what this passage was and what it means to the revelation of 𝐼'AMthepossible, the ministry, the mission, the message, everything that 𝐼'AMthepossible is, and why it matters to you, and why it matters and what it really represents in the world. So this is Judges chapter 6. It says that the angel of the Lord came. Now, before I even get into it, let me just say that the Israelites' army was being ravished. It was getting beat down by the Midianites. It was under attack. The Midianites was eating up all the crops, taking all the cattle, taking all the women and children, just bullying, right? The Israelite army. So they were under siege. They were under pressure. They were under an attack, right? And this was happening consistently, week in and week out, year in and year out, right? And so now we find ourselves, remember, I told you, you are a solution to a problem, an answer to a question. Well, before this passage, they were praying out to God. Can you save us? How are we ever going to get beyond this situation? How are we ever going to get beyond this stage in our lives? How are we ever going to move forward? Like this bondage, this slavery, this epic beatdown, right? It's almost like a superhero movie. How are we going to ever move past this? So there was a question in the earth, and here comes the answer. Remember that. Okay, I didn't just get these concepts out the sky, guys. These were revelations through the word of God. The angel of God, or of the Lord, came and sat down under the oak in Ophrah that belonged to Joash, some of these words, the Abiezrite. Yes, there it is. Where his son Gideon was thrashing wheat in a wine press to keep it from the Midianites, because the Midianites was whooping some butt, right? Then when the angel of the Lord appeared to Gideon, he said, this is the angel of the Lord. This is what he said. The Lord is with you, mighty warrior. The Lord is with you, mighty warrior. He's talking to Gideon. Gideon is in a wine press. Gideon is hiding out. He's threshing wheat. If you know anything about threshing wheat, you need air. You need airflow to separate the chaff from the wheat. You need some airflow. Where my man was down in a wine press, it's like going down into a tunnel, into a hole. Well, when you go subterranean, when you go down in, there's no airflow. So he's down there doing what he's doing, but brother is hiding out. Brother he's in a state of cowardness, fear, timidity, right? He's being anything other than a mighty warrior, but God sees him as, and God calls him a mighty warrior. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. This is how he's behaving, but God sees him a different way. That's why I created this So What broadcast, because it is high time for us to begin to see ourselves as God does. All right, this goes on to say, pardon me, my Lord. Gideon replied, but if the Lord is with us, why has all this happened to us? Now he's questioning, like, yo, this ain't adding up, bro. This ain't adding up. If you say that he's with us, well, I can't tell. You ever been in a situation where either God says something to you, or you get a letter in the mail that gives you some information, or a friend or family member or a pastor or a mentor gives you some good news, or tells you how things really should, like how your situation should appear, but you looking around like, yo, I ain't got no evidence. I can't tell. I can't tell. You say they with me, but I can't tell. So this is Gideon saying, basically, in our modern vernacular, I can't tell. Where's the evidence, right? So then it goes on to say, where are all his wonders that our ancestors told us about, when they said, did not the Lord bring us up out of Egypt? But now the Lord has abandoned us and given us into the hands of Midian. So now he's breaking it down, saying, listen, you talking about God is with us. You talking about this mighty warrior. Well, the way it looks like, the way it's looking to me is God's given us over. God's abandoned us. God ain't with us, right? So that's the scenario. That's the situation. The Lord turned to him and said, in the strength you have, go in the strength you have. The Lord turned to him and said, in the strength you have, and save Israel out of Midian's hands, am I not sending you? Am I not sending go you? I don't know what translation I got. I think this is the New Living Translation. So, okay, let me just kind of rewind a little bit and let me read this the way that it makes some sense. The Lord turned to him and said, go in the strength you have, and save Israel out of Midian's hands. Am I not sending you? That's pretty much what it said, right? He's saying, go in what you already have. Guys, remember, it is the awesomeness of the already. It is the awesomeness of the already. There is something awesome about you already. Am I talking to you? Yes, you right now, live or on the replay. If you are watching this, if you are looking at me, if you are listening to what I'm saying, I am speaking to you. There is something awesome about you already. Not tomorrow, not when you get your degree, not when you graduate, not when you've accomplished this or that, not when you got six figures in the bank, not when you got 7 figures, not when you grow your business, not when you explode on Instagram, not when you get 100 likes and 100 views, not when you make somebody happy, not when you get married, not when you find a girlfriend, not when you find a boyfriend, not when you make that thing right, not when you get forgiven for this thing, not when you get forgiven for that. It's not conditional. It's not conditional. Gideon was hiding in the wine press. This is not conditional. Take the conditions off, guys. Take the conditions off. Give yourself permission to be awesome despite what's going on. Give yourself permission to be dope despite what's going on. Give yourself permission to be awesome despite what's going on, because this is what God is saying. Go in the strength that you have. I, the Lord, I've given this to you. This is facts. We do that hashtag facts. Somebody drop me a hashtag facts. The facts are in. The results are in, right? Just like, a guy that might be with a girl and they going to get a pregnancy test thing and make sure that he the daddy. Listen, the results are in. You are the father, right? Like the results are in. You've got the strength. You've got the strength, baby. I'm talking to somebody this morning. You've got the strength. Somebody drop me a hashtag. I got the strength. Hashtag I got the strength. You got the strength, guys. All right, let me jump. I get excited. I get excited about this thing, guys. He says, pardon me, my Lord. Gideon replied, but how can I save Israel, my clan? Now he goes into justifying his own, not physical doubt, but now he goes into justifying his doubt. He goes into looking at circumstances and situations. He goes into looking at the evidence that his eyes can see, his current perspective, right? He goes into saying, but how can I save Israel? My clan is the weakest in Manasseh, is the weakest, and I am the least of my family. I'm the littlest, I'm the weakest. So now he breaking down evidence to the Lord. Okay, listen, hold up, wait a minute. This whole mighty warrior thing, wait a minute. My family is weak. How many of us out there on some real talk? You ain't got to put it in the comments. You ain't got to hashtag nothing right now. But ask yourself, how many of us come from a background where our family, man, we're not very proud of our family. We're not really proud of our background. We're not proud of our lineage. We're not very proud of, where we came from, right? Maybe our mother wasn't what we expected or desired her to be. Maybe our father wasn't what we desired for him to be. Maybe people in our family, you know, let us down or did some things or said some things that disappointed us or damaged the way that we felt about ourselves, right? How many of us come from these families where we're not very proud? Some of us may even be embarrassed or shamed to even carry a certain last name. Some of us may have even gone to the point where we've gone down to the courts and literally, you know, legally changed our last name. I don't know what it is for you. I don't know what your origin is. I don't know what your background is, guys, but how many of us can relate? You know, drop me a hashtag relate. You know, drop me a hashtag relate. Can you relate to having maybe a family or a background or a lineage that maybe you're not so proud of? This man here, Gideon, is saying, listen, man, my clan, we the weakest, and I am the weakest of the weak. The Lord answered him, I will be with you, and you will strike down all the Midianites, leaving none alive. Guys, God, okay. I want to make sure that there's no feedback, no nothing when I say this. I want you guys to, what we say, lean in. Guys, if you're watching me live or on the replay, lean in right here. God sees you from a perspective where he is a part of you. When God looks at you, he sees a part of himself. I'll say it again. When God looks at you, he sees a part of himself in you. You're not alone. You're not by yourself. Gideon felt alone. The situation made him believe that he was alone. But the cries of this tribe, the cries of this nation, demanded a response from a loving and caring God, a God that said, wait a minute, man, I'm with you. I've got power that I have, power that I have enveloped you in, power that I have endowed you with. And more than anything, I am with my presence. Wherever my presence is, everything I have is. He's saying, I see you through these lenses, this perspective where I am cooperating with you. You're not by yourself. I am with you. I am in you. I am for you. Even the word of God talks about, if I be for you, who can be against you? If the Lord is for us, who can be against us? Isn't that what David did? David went against Goliath in the power of God. Why? Because he knew, if I go up against this Goliath, it is not in my strength. It's not in my power. It's not in what I am able to do all by myself. David understood cooperation. David understood. He saw himself in cooperation with God, a cooperation. When David killed Goliath, it was a cooperation, man and God, creation, us, and creator working together to accomplish the task. Man, Gideon, he's trying to get Gideon to understand. When I look at you, Gideon, you're a mighty warrior because I'm with you. You're a mighty warrior because my might is upon you. You're going to do the work. You're going to put in work today. You're going to strike down them Midianites. You're going to do work today because my power is with you. You're mighty because I'm mighty. And because I'm mighty and I'm in you, you're going to get the job done. I don't know who I'm speaking to this morning. Oh my God, but you need to understand something. You need to understand something. There is power available to you. There is power available. It's already it's already there. It's already accessible, but you have to tap in. You have to be able to say, listen, For years, I've seen myself by myself. For years, I've seen myself as being the only one doing this thing. For years, I've gone at this thing by myself. For years, again, listen, guys, again, today's goal was to build you up, was to edify you, was to build up that confidence. One of the ways that we build up confidence is through cooperation. When you know that you're not by yourself, when you know that you're not alone, your confidence can get built up because now you're not just working by yourself. No. You got a tag team partner, right? I grew up on WWF before it was WWE, right? Old school, Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, right? Old school, right? That was one of my first dreams, to be a professional wrestler, right? Old school, baby. But they used to have tag team matches, and you get in that ring, you do your thing, you grapple, you fight for 10, 20 minutes, whatever, you tired, and you get over to your corner and you reach back and you tag team, you in. The partner had strength in reserve, baby. The partner had strength built up. And when you tag that partner, baby, that jump over that rope, get in that ring, do his thing. And the other guy, he's already tired. He's already wore out. I don't know why I'm going down that trail, but somebody needs to understand and see it that way, guys. You got a tag team partner in God. You got a tag team partner in God. Go on, tag him, man. Go on, tag him. Somebody drop me a hashtag tag. Hashtag tag him. Tag him. Come on, tag him in. He is saying, I am with you guys. I am with you guys. All right, let me stop sharing for a moment. And let me get back over here to the broadcast. Let me stop sharing for a moment, guys. Let me get back over here to the broadcast. Where am I? Let me get back over here. Okay, so I can see myself. All right, so I can see that I'm communicating with you. Guys, you have somebody in your corner. Guys, we're talking about the awesomeness of the already, guys. You're already there. You already got it. Where did I am the possible come from? It came from this concept, this idea that Gideon was already a mighty warrior because God was with him. He saw himself one way. How many of us see ourselves one way? But God is already working with us. God is already there. God is already present. There is something awesome in your already. Is there work to be done? Yes. Is there grinding to be done? Yes. Are there things that you still got to do in your life to achieve certain goals and dreams? Yes, absolutely. I'm not talking about goals and dreams and accomplishments. I'm talking about your self-worth, your self-value. I'm talking about your ability to accept yourself and love yourself and operate from that position. Remember, guys, I teach, we don't work for our worth. We can work from our worth. That's a game changer. That's a game changer because now I show up on the scene at my job. Now I show up on the scene at church. Now I show up on the scene at, in that business. Now I show up on the scene, right, on my broadcast. I'm not looking to earn my worth. I'm bringing worth in. We talk about adding value. Guys, this is not boasting, but this is just real talk. When we talk about adding value, I am the value. I am the value. Because I can write down everything that I'm saying and just put it on a piece of paper and go live and just put it on the screen and nobody would watch. Nobody would hear anything that I'm saying. It's me and it's you. You're the value. When you go live, when you do your thing, whatever you're into, whether you're doing Facebook lives, you got ministry going on, you're building a business, you're on your job, whatever you're doing, guys, you're the value that you're bringing to that situation. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, absolutely. You're the value. Obviously, there's skill sets and some things that you got to build up and that you got to do. I get that. I get that. But don't you don't stop understanding. Don't stop believing. Don't stop accepting. Don't stop appreciating the fact that at the end of the day, you are what's up. You are what's up. So let me get back to my slides really quick, man. Really, really quick. Get back to this slide share because I want to finish off with this slide here. Now going back to, if I can go back one previous slide. Alrighty. How does this butterfly cycle? How does this butterfly life cycle stage cycle? How does that tie into Gideon? I'm gonna break it down and I'm gonna wrap it up because this is I am the possible right here. This is it. This is it. And I didn't start. Forgive me for not starting with that, but let me throw it in now because it came to mind so I can share it now, right? Easy flowing, easy going. And then I want to acknowledge some people. I'm going to say what's up to anybody that's jumping on. I am the possible. I and my possibilities are one and the same. Everything I hope to be tomorrow, I already am today. I'll say it again. I and my possibilities, they're one and the same. They're the same thing. I, present tense, I am present. And my possibilities, future tense, right? Word tense, right? In the current, I am. It's I am. That's where we get the already, the awesomeness of the already, the I am. I and my possibilities, futures tense, and my possibilities, they're one and the same. Everything I hope to be tomorrow, I already am today. How do we break it down? Gideon thrashing wheat in the wine press. Gideon at the egg stage. Remember, I told you guys in the beginning that in the life cycle of the butterfly, it's always scientifically, it's always been a butterfly. It's never not been a butterfly. In other words, it's already a butterfly at the egg stage. At the egg stage, it's already a butterfly. Now, whenever I do this as a live presentation or a virtual presentation, I always ask a member of the crowd or someone that I'm, talking to. I say, draw me a picture of a butterfly. Draw me a picture of a butterfly. And maybe you guys can do that as well. Maybe you guys can think about it, even though you see it on my screen. If someone were to ask you, draw me a butterfly, what would first come to mind? What image would pop into your mind? What would you draw, right? Would it be this little guy right here? I don't know if you guys can see my mouse, but would it be where it says adult right here? Is that the picture that came to mind? Is that what you would draw? Isn't that what Hallmark uses? Isn't that what we see, going from flower to flower? Isn't that what we see on movies or anytime that we want to illustrate a butterfly? Isn't that the picture that we see, right? This little guy right here. But at the egg stage, guys, the egg is still a butterfly. And what the egg represents is the stage in which people overlook you. It's the stage in which you feel like Gideon, you feel small. He said, I was the least of my people. See, the egg is the stage in which no one's checking for you, as we say. No one's checking for you. They overlook you. They don't think that you're important. And because society overlooks you and doesn't think that you're important, you overlook you and you don't think that you're very important. The other thing is about the egg, it's so small and so minute that it often just gets trampled over. It gets abused. I can imagine if, we got like lawn service, right? That comes by every Wednesday, cuts our grass, trims our, flowers and stuff like that. I can imagine if there was a butterfly egg sitting on one of these flowers out here or in the grass somewhere, we just mow right on over it, or we just cut the tree, cut right on through it. Ain't anybody thinking about it. And this is the stage in which, like I always talk about, those formative years. It's in those formative years that people overlook us and they trample over us. That's where our self-image and self-value and self-worth gets the most damage. It gets the most damage because people don't know your potential. People don't know you're possible. People don't know where you're going. You're the egg and you are a butterfly, but they don't see those wings yet. They don't see the wings yet, guys. They see nothing but that little white ball right there. That's all that they see. So from the exterior, right? That's why I went a couple of weeks ago talking about look beyond the surface, because the surface says, you're not important, but you're also not very impressive. The egg is not very impressive by appearance. Have you ever been there in your life? Have you ever been there where you didn't feel very impressive, where you didn't feel very important? Have you ever been there in your life where you didn't feel like, you were very much of, anything? And you felt like, man, listen, I don't even want to, I'm trying to go back to my other screen. I don't even want to, try and do anything with my life because what does it matter? I'm small. Gideon said, listen, why are you sending me? I'm the weakest. I'm the smallest. Have you ever felt like that? The egg is that small stage. It goes through this caterpillar stage. again, the caterpillar, we may look at it, we may give it some love, we may consider it, but it goes into this next stage where now it's wrapped up in its cocoon, and it begins to develop, and it begins to prepare to emerge. It begins to prepare to emerge. And I think about Gideon, right? I think about Gideon in that conversation. I didn't finish the entire story. We don't have time to go through the entire Judges 6 story, right? But Gideon takes on some challenges to make sure, okay, God, if you're really talking to me, do this. And, you know, he threw some fleeces out, right? So that's that development stage. I can see God working on him. I can see God working on him. Come on, egg. Okay, come on. Be that caterpillar. Okay, come on. Okay, come on. Be that pupa. Let me wrap you up in some things. Let me share some secret things with you, because that cocoon, that's that secret place. And some of you guys may be in that secret place where God is downloading some ideas to you. He's giving you some vision. He's giving you some dreams, right? But no one's seeing you. No one's seeing you. He's wrapping you up. He's holding you tight, right? Because he's doing some things on the inside, right? This is that manifestation. This is that metamorphosis. This is that stage. And then you emerge as this beautiful mosaic, fluttery, if that's a word, fluttery butterfly that the world celebrates. When you were an egg, the world looked you over. You were meaningless. You were trash. You didn't have any value. You didn't have any worth. That was me at age 20. That was me when I had that gun put to the side of my head, and I had a bag of weed pressed down, shoved down in the front of my pants. And all that man wanted was a bag of weed that cost $120. The weed cost $120. And I told that man no 3 times. With a gun not pointed at my head, it was a gun pressed against my head. That's that egg. My life is worthless. I don't mean nothing. I don't have any purpose. Ain't nobody gonna miss me. Blah, blah, blah. I've been there, guys. I know what that egg feels like. You've been there. You know what it feels like, because the world ain't checking for you at that egg stage. But that is one stage of your development. And this whole I am the possible thing, it is about seeing yourself as the adult butterfly, that final stage. It is about seeing yourself, seeing that while being an egg. It is about seeing that while being the caterpillar. It is about seeing yourself as that being your reflection when you are a pupa, when you are wrapped up in that cocoon, when the world ain't celebrating you, when the world ain't checking for you, when the world ain't giving you no love, when your likes and shares ain't up on Facebook and Instagram, when people ain't looking on, when people ain't joining, when people ain't around, when people ain't paying you, when people ain't loving you, when people ain't accepting you. All that exterior garbage. And we're going to be getting into that next week. I'm going to be breaking down things that damage our confidence and come against our confidence. And okay, I ain't going to get down that trail, right? But it's about seeing yourself flying, guys. It's about the way I like to put it is flying without wings. Because at the egg stage, physically, you don't have the wings. You don't. But that does not mean that you don't have them here. I and my possibilities are one and the same. Everything I hope to be. I'm that egg saying everything I hope to be, which is that butterfly. I and my possibilities. Yes, I'm an egg, but I'm a butterfly. Yes, I'm a caterpillar, that stage of development, but I'm a butterfly. Yes, I'm a pupa. I'm wrapped up in the secret place, but I'm already a butterfly. Before I emerge, I appreciate myself. Before I emerge, I love myself. Before I emerge, I am awesome. I am awesome. That's the awesomeness of the already. And that's what Gideon was struggling with, man. He couldn't see it. And many of us are like that today. Are you like that? Drop me a hashtag relate to Gideon. Or even if you can't spell Gideon, just relate to G. Relate to G. I relate to G. Hashtag I relate to G. I can't see myself that way. I haven't seen myself that way. It's been difficult for me to see myself that way. So I'm going to stop sharing. Let me get back over to the broadcast. Guys, that's what this is all about. That's what I'm passionate about. That's what I wake up for. That's why I do what I do, guys. That's why I do what I do. That's why I do what I do. It is this awesomeness of the already. Being able to see yourself, the things you can accomplish, the things that you will attempt, the things that you will do, the contributions that you will make. If you see what you already are and you're not earning it, you're not under some anxiety, you're not under some stress, you're not under some pressure to impress somebody or to conform to somebody else's ways, or you're not wrapped up in the web of competition trying to upstage somebody or get a leg up on somebody. We're going to be talking about them things next week, guys. We're going to be talking about them things next week. So if you're feeling this content, if you're feeling what I'm talking about today, next week, guys, I'm going to start really diving into these things that really chip away at our confidence, that really chip away at our ability to accept ourselves. Oh my God. Let me do a little recap, guys. Let me do a little recap. We're just about my time. I'm just at about my time. Again, the awesomeness of the already, the thought of the day. The thought of the day. You are an answer to a question, a solution to a problem. That's what I Am the Possible is all about. Knowing that you are. It's not one day Sunday. It's what you are. Guys, get the R going. Get the R going. Get the I am going. I am awesome already. Somebody, please, somebody drop me a hashtag. I am awesome already. I am awesome already. You ain't gotta wait. You ain't gotta wait. You ain't gotta wait. One of the first things when God dropped the Gideon on me, when God dropped the butterfly on me, when God dropped the revelation on me, one of the first things he put in my mind, and give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. All right, y'all with me? Y'all still with me? Okay, guys. Let me see what that sucker there. Let me see. What is this a good remote to use? Maybe this ain't the best remote. Oh, there it is. Okay, bam. Check it out. Yeah, wait, let me see. Make sure y'all can see this here. Make sure y'all can see this here. See that little pause button right there? You see that right there? Bam, right there. Where's it at? Right there. People have been pressing pause on their possibilities. People have been pressing pause on their possibilities. Somebody drop me a hashtag, stop pressing pause. Just like you're watching a movie. Just like you're watching a movie, you hit start, you're watching a movie. Oh man, this is dope. This is dope. This is dope. Wait, whoa. Wait a minute. You're saying that that's Gideon. That's me. That's us. Guys, when I was called to be a pastor, I hit the pause button because I could not imagine that I could be a pastor. Back here, this little, where is it at? Right there. Bow. That's my ordination certificate right there. That's my ordination certificate, guys. When I was called to be a pastor, 2006, when I was on my face after 21 days of fasting and prayer, because people have been saying, man, you're going to be a pastor, yada. And I'm on my face, man. I'm praying. I'm fasting 21 days because I got to hear from God. And before that, man, you're going to be a what? I'm going to be a what? I couldn't imagine. That's just one example of I couldn't imagine. I hit the pause button on that possibility because I couldn't see myself doing that. Right? I couldn't see myself doing that, right? Until I had a conversation with a pastor at that time that was a part of our church. He's gone on to be a pastor in Bakersfield. Pastor 𝐷wayne Cantrell, shout out and salute to Pastor 𝐷wayne Cantrell, man, one of my dear friends, brothers, mentors, spiritual leaders, man, awesome man of God. He and his wife Angel just out there in Bakersfield doing phenomenal ministry, man. I love those guys. But I had a conversation with him in his office one day, and I remember him saying to me, just like the angel was having that conversation with Gideon. I remember 𝐷wayne telling me, to be a pastor is just to shepherd God's people, to be a shepherd. But there's no rules to how you shepherd. There's no law. There's no restrictions. There's no box that you have to live in. It doesn't have to look like Sunday morning services. It doesn't have to look like traditional church services. It doesn't have to look like whatever you are wrapped up in thinking that you could never be that. It was through a conversation that my heart was made pliable to the possibility, right? Through that conversation, I was made pliable to that possibility. But up until that conversation, I hit that pause button, man. Whoa, wait a minute. I don't see myself doing that. I don't see myself being able to have that capacity. I don't see myself being able to serve on that level. I don't see myself, because I was looking up to my pastors. I was looking up to those men of God in my life that was doing it big. And I was like, yo, I just don't see how. I just don't see how. But he was able to help me through that conversation to take my finger off the pause. And somebody today, I believe someone is being called to take your finger off the pause. Stop pausing your possibilities. You already are awesome. So stop pausing it. Let it be. Let it be. Just be. Stop pausing on your possibilities, guys. Listen, if you guys are not at a place where you are strong, fortified, built up, confident in who you are, in what you are, in why you are, I want to remind you guys that I have a free workbook. The Self-Worth Workbook is truly a self-discovery workbook. Guys, like I always tell you, the greatest form of self-development is self-discovery. See, when you self-discover, you find the awesomeness of the already. See how it's all starting to tie in, right? And the more I teach this, the better I get at it. So some of you guys are watching me, and this is practice for me. This is practice, because people always ask me, how did you come up with this? Where did this come from? You know, where did this philosophy come from? Where did this idea come from? You know, how did 𝐼AMthepossible start? What is this 𝐼AMthepossible stuff? And as you see, right, it's taken me a lot this morning to unpack it. But the more I unpack it, the more I explain it, the more I'm able to flow with it and to package it and be able to present it in a way that people can grasp it. So I pray that there's been some light bulbs for you. I pray that there's been some revelations for you. I pray that there's been some ahas for you. I pray that you feel built up and that you feel strong and fortified. But if there's still more work to be done and you've never gotten my free workbook, I want you to drop me a hashtag workbook. Hashtag workbook. I will give you the link to that free workbook. I'm not going to spam you. I'm not going to drive you nuts with a million emails. I just want to provide this service to you. This is a way for me to serve you. This is a way for me to serve you, because this workbook is something that I've done many times over. It continues to pay dividends, because once you take these assessments, once you've gone through this material, once you've began to develop a more healthy, more profitable, more defined view of yourself, then the more you can begin to cultivate a mindset, you can begin to cultivate a perspective of yourself that continues to position you to win, that positions you to be confident no matter the conditions that you face. What would life be like if you could be confident no matter your conditions? Guys, that was my original slogan, guys. Look at that. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me kind of hold it in the light. Confidence no matter your conditions. Let me kind of, I don't know if y'all can see that or not, man, but you guys believe me. You know I ain't no liar. You guys can believe me. Confidence no matter your conditions. That's what this little workbook, that's what this workbook does right there. That's what that link does. Hashtag workbook. Get confident no matter your conditions. No matter what you're facing, no matter what Goliath is in your path, no matter what mountain you got to climb, no matter what ocean you got to swim, no matter what situation that you find yourself in, is not that it's going to be easy. It's not that it's not going to be without work. It's not that it's not going to be without pain and struggle. But man, life is so much better when you're confident in who you are, when you're confident that God is with you. So I want to say what up to a few people this morning, but drop me that hashtag workbook. If you don't have that workbook, I want to get you guys that workbook. I want to put that workbook in your hand. Let me say what up to some awesome people, some awesome already people, some people who are already awesome. Listen, let me get to this. Oh, my man David says, I am an answer. Yes, you are. Mike Wilson in the building, my main man right there. My brother from another mother is in the house. He says, I am an answer. Yes, you are. Hashtag facts. Yes. Velda, my sister from another mother. What's going on, Velda? Thank you so much for rocking with a brother this morning. You are awesome. Your support is phenomenal. Velda, you are a gold star. I got to find a way to start celebrating and honoring my gold star supporters, because Velda is a gold star supporter. Dope. My man, Mike Wilson says, I got it. Velda says, I got the strength with the muscle. Oh, see, I'm back in the gym. I'm back in the gym. Shout out to my man D1 Gibson. Gibson, I'm back in the gym, baby. She drops the emoji. Wow, got that bicep, baby. Yes, yes, yes. Velda says, tag God in. Yes. Mary says, wow. I hope it was something dope I said. And God dropped that revelation on you. God put that revelation on you. Mary says, wow. Look beyond that surface. Yes, yes, yes. Mary, look beyond that surface. Don't stay up here. Don't stay up here. Dive deep. Dive deep, guys. You got to dive deep, guys. Get in there and learn what is in there already. Oh my God, there's a treasure chest within you. It's already there. Velda says, yes, I have felt small. I have as well. Yes, Velda, I feel you. He said, I'm printing the new workbook. Yes, yes, you deserve the new workbook, because that first one, see, you real people, Velda. You are real people, because you was rocking with me when that sucker was nothing but a Word document, right? I was just happy to get it out. Like, man, I just need to get these assessments out. I just need to get this information out. I was all pumped up about it. But I put out a product that, you know, hey, I was just getting started. But Velda, you've been rocking with me since Word documents. So you are ace number one. Thank you so much for rocking with me. She says, this always helps me refocus. Yes. My man Mike Wilson says, I relate to G. Yes. Yes. Get in, man. We can relate to that, brother, man. Hi now. Hi now. Velda says, I am awesome already. I'm a butterfly. Yes, you are. I don't care what stage you in. See your significance no matter the stage. Oh my God. Yes, that gets me pumped up. No matter what stage of life you're in, you are already the butterfly. My man Mike Wilson says, I am awesome already. Yes, yes, yes. Mike Wilson says, workbook. Velda says, I needed this today. Yes, yes. We all do. We all need a boost, a pick me up, a kick in the butt. You are already awesome. Word. Yes, yes, yes. And Mary says, a top pressing. Oh, yes. Stop pressing pause. Stop pressing pause, guys. Stop pressing pause. Get that pause. Get your finger off that pause button. Where's my play button? Hit that play. Pow. Let it play. Come on. Let your possibilities play. Let your possibilities play. Hashtag let your possibilities play. Stop pausing them. Play your possibilities. Let that movie play out. Let that narrative play out. Let that reality play out. Let that life play out, because we've been pausing it for too long. We've been putting pause on it for too long. Hit that play again. Take your finger off the pause, put it back on play, and let that narrative play. Let that life emerge. Let that butterfly start flying before you get the wings, guys. Don't wait for those wings. Don't wait for those wings. Scientific fact that when we talk about the life cycle of a butterfly, and let me end with this, there's only 2 weeks. On average, that butterfly only lives for about 2 weeks. It went from an egg to a caterpillar to a pupa. That's the majority of his life. The majority of his life are cycles of development. The majority of the butterfly's life are stages of development, right? And once it begins to finally spread its wings and fly, 2 weeks, then it's gone. Guys, we cannot afford to wait until we get wings before we start flying. We cannot afford to wait until we get wings to start flying. You can fly here. You can fly here. Fly here. Because when you fly here, and I'm living proof. I've got certificates all around me. I ain't even put them all out. It'll be overkill. My wife decorated my background, trying to up my game a little bit. She went out and decorated my background. If I pulled out all the certificates, guys, it would be just overkill. That's not a humble brag. That's not trying to boast. What that says is I went from being worthless in here to being awesome here. Not because I'm so great, not because I think that I'm better than anybody else. I see who's with me. I see who's with me. I see who's in me. And I refuse to allow a creator to create me and say I am a part of him, to say that he is in me. I refuse. to be a creation made in the likeness of an awesome God who has a indwelling spirit of an awesome God, and look at myself as less than. I refuse. I refuse. I refuse. You can take everything I got physically, but you will not take my conviction. You will not take my confidence, because it's in him and you can't touch him. He's untouchable. He's incorruptible. He's unchangeable. You don't mess with him, so you can't mess with me. Does that make sense? That's why I do what I do. That's why I do what I do. That's why I get on here. That's why I put this out. That's why I show up to serve, guys. And that's what that workbook will help you to get to. It will help you to begin to develop that level of confidence. It will help you to begin to develop that level of confidence. And then from learning what you learn through using that workbook, then you can begin to build that relationship with your creator and renew that relationship and refine that relationship and just hunker down, man, and be rooted and fortified and anchored down in his love and his confidence in you. So I pray you guys got some value today, man. Somebody drop me a hashtag value. If you guys got some value today, drop me a hashtag value. I don't know who's all left on here with me. I know I can rock for a long time. This was 60 minutes. I put in 60. As I get smoother with it, we're going to get it down to about 40 minutes. But these Saturday morning broadcasts, I want to be a little bit more fluid. I want to take my time. I don't want to rush. All right. I just want to put the content out there to allow the space for me to be able to say anything that God wants me to say, and for you guys to receive anything that, God wants you to receive. Right. Yeah, I don't want to rush it. I am working very diligently, guys, to really fine tune this whole format, because I really want it to be more conversational. I want it to be more connecting. So there may be some changes that are coming up soon. I know we're only 2 shows deep, but my mind is always thinking, how can I add more value? How can I serve more? How can I serve better? How can I, just show up right better for you guys, and make sure that I'm adding value and making sure that I'm meeting you guys where you are. So that's it, man. That's my spiel. Again, if you do not have this workbook, guys, drop me a hashtag workbook in the comments and I will follow up with that link and get you guys that workbook so you can begin to build that confidence, guys. Thank you guys so much for rocking with me today. Thank you guys so much for rocking with me today. This is, yes, the So What broadcast. Yes, it is the So What broadcast. One more time. Yes, it is the So What broadcast. I appreciate you guys. Listen, guys, I pray that from now until next time, that you guys would continue to grow in your ability and your capacity to see the awesomeness of your already. Until next time, man. Love y'all. Praying for you guys. Believing in you guys. This is 𝗲𝐿 C.W. Lynch. Mr. I am the possible. You are what's possible. Peace.